running a route. Another.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Get Real with Colleen, and this is the first time I'm doing this on my own. So if you're tuning in, you are witnessing a miracle happening. The guests are ready and excited, and I can't wait to introduce them to you. First up, I have Miss Charmaine Klein. And then we have Mr. Stephen Kluter and Mikael Passman. So I am going to ask each of them to quickly introduce themselves to us. And we're going to start with Charmaine. Charmaine, welcome. Tell us about yourself and how things have been and what's going on.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Charmaine Klein. I reside in Kenilworth. I'm a professional nurse and a road runner, and I enjoy it tremendously. Good health is the best. Thank you.
Charmaine, while you were saying that, it is important for us to remember that tonight our topic is what is group fitness goals and what is your fitness goals. That is what tonight is going to be about. And so it's important for me that while you are telling us about yourself, you said you were a road runner. Charmaine, do you run in a group? Besides running with us, is there other groups that you run with?
No, I'm mostly running alone, Colleen. Since I met you guys, I enjoy running in a group, walking in a group, giving the pace. And my goals for running is to achieve much more and to learn from others. And my way forward is just to exercise, gives you a clear mind. You can think better, you progress in life. And yeah, that is
I love that philosophy.
My goals.
I love it. Now, Charmaine, why is it when I take group photos at the events, why are you not on the photo?
I like
Where
to be
are you?
Low
Where are you then?
I'm busy running.
So we were laughing because Charmaine, we see Charmaine, we're all excited. We're like, hi Charmaine, come here. Charmaine say, no, I must still do 50 more steps in order to get to 1,000. Ek is die hy die vrou. That's not. So next up, het ons die haan tussen die henne. Kyk nou hierso. Kyk die ouetjie. We've got Mr. Stephen Kluter. Tell us about yourself. Can you hear Stephen?
I can hear you.
Can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I can. I'm Stephen Kluter. I'm 50 years old. I've got one kid. I'm married to Chantal Kluter. You want to know her name? I'm 9 years married, happily married. I've got one son. I started running 5 years ago when I weighed 135, and I wanted to lose weight just so I can play with my kids and with my kid, and that was motivation to lose weight. And I started running. So I'm a sales consultant, and it's quite stressful, and I need to have a break. And my escape is running, and I run. That's it.
Wow! Thank you, Stephen. And you know what? You're standing strong here, surrounded by females. And tell the people what you asked me before we started. Colleen, aren't you going to put on what?
About the water.
He
The
said,
water.
"Where's my water?" And the second thing he asked, and he was now very sturdy, he asked me, "Colleen, aren't you putting on any lipstick?" Hi, Jana, Stephen. And for that reason, I'm just doing that to him. And the total support on this group, always around, always here, Miss Mikhail Passman.
Hi, guys. Well, I don't need to really explain who I am, but I'm the aspiring exerciser, the one that is probably maybe like 50% of the population where I want to, but I need the help and support of a group to support me through this. And Colleen, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Waar's die man? Waar's Clyde?
Kom as jy so besig, man. Well, this is the official statement. Clyde informed me on Saturday that he will take a backseat to group activities and he will not be as visible as he's always been. And you know what? He needs some space, and we respect that. And we want to say that the group and where we've come with the development of this group, we couldn't have done it without Clyde. And we are very, very grateful for all the contributions that he's made. And I see all the guests are shaking their heads. And thank you, Mikhail, because that will help me to get very real with, because it's still a shock. I said it so nicely on Saturday. I said that I was taken aback. I was falling back. Funny stuff. But I've also learned that, you know what, when life gives you these little things that are happening, there's so much support on this group. This cannot fail. And Mikhail, I've started something. People will notice very soon. We are admins and Margot is the other admin, but I'm giving the group over to the people. In other words, we are going to have many moderators and many admins because only with the help of the group are we going to move forward. And that is how I feel. I feel it shouldn't be, and I think lessons learned, the group shouldn't be about a person because then we are looking short term. The group should be about the members, and that is how it's going to be from now on.
But you can see it, Colleen. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mikhail. Mikhail, I will obviously have to deal with you offline. Another one I must throw over the screen. Just go, man. Look at me online. Mr. Stephen is back. Look at Charmaine. Charmaine, why didn't you tell us we must have a hoochie of its on? Huh?
I told you, Colleen. I like my
Yes, but isn't that your running hair, Charmaine? Now listen, Stephen, with you first. Why is group activities important, man? Stephen, I think there's a slight delay.
Well,
why is group activities
important? Because sometimes you're down and the other one can carry you forward and help you along. And you need the motivation.
Yeah, I agree. I see there's still a little bit of
important because it's like you're feeling down one day and encourage you, and like example, if you're along and if you're the slowest in the group,
yes, then they will encourage you. Yes,
it helps you it motivates you to catch up with the other guys.
Exactly.
Slowness to improvement to catch up, not be the slowest running in the group.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Stephen. Like on Saturday, Charmaine was the strong runner. Charmaine, tell us why you feel group activities are important while I speak to Jinx offline.
Okay, Colleen, group activities is important to me, is to encourage each other. You must always have somebody in front to pull the group and somebody at the back. They call it a sweeper, to motivate those that are at the back. You can do it. When I was at Tumo, we did a lot of group activities and we walked in groups and we always won. Everywhere we went, we won. Because what I did, I prayed and I laid hands. When people want to give up, I say, bring the rope. I will pull. I was the thinnest, Colleen, and I pulled that people. And if we start as one group, we must finish as one group, not fall out. And if we fall out, we still finish and we take that opportunity as a victory as well. We must encourage each other. We learn to know each other and we learn different cultures as well. So that's why group exercise is very important. And we're like a family, you know, come together. Okay.
And on our group, Charmaine, you are definitely the one that's leading. And we've learned that you set the pace. And we find that when you walk in front, although we cannot hold to you, you are making us do a personal best. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And Mikel,
I learn from others, so now I can learn other people. You know? Yes. So Getfination is we get the nation together.
You have a nation with you.
Yes.
I love that, Charmaine.
Oh, I just love
Mikel, and how do you see it?
Well, for me, I'm a very lazy exerciser. So if I can get out of it, I will. Where if you have a team of people with you, I'm a team person. So if you put me in a team, I'm competitive. I want to be with the pack. I want to be part of the pack. So it motivates me. So if I have to be in a group environment, I will probably succeed more.
Yeah. So you know what? There's just enough time now for us to have a quick ad break. We'll be back right now, ladies and gents. Look at us, and then we'll continue our discussion. Very interesting, from the members to the members. There we go. And if I must ask Stephen a question now, Stephen, you are quite active and you grace our screens with the most beautiful images. Everyone is always so impressed when you are showing us what you have done over the weekend. And so tell me, what is that about? You guys are standing on top of the world and it looks so amazing. Where are you, Stephen? Can you hear Stephen? I think there's a slight delay on Stephen's
Newlands Forest. So Newlands. Okay. We always start training at Newlands Forest. So Newlands Forest joins up with Kirchenbosch and into sea, and then we can still go from Newlands Forest to Table Mountain. So in every session we change our sessions because there's various routes in the forest, and we have like our group usually explore different routes. So every Saturday is not usually the same route. So we usually explore.
Yeah.
So that goes, yeah.
That's wonderful, Stephen. And how long have you been doing it?
We just started running since lockdown. The ladies called a group called, they made a group called Queens and Kings. And we like ladies came together and they wanted to run together because they couldn't run in a row. And then some men joined afterwards and they called it Kings and Queens of the Mountain. And then we started running.
I love it.
The forest and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so we were talking a little bit before this, and you like our t-shirt, and you're gonna make some Kings and Queens of the Mountain t-shirts so that your team can also be active in the mountain with the team colors, and it's easy to recognize. And we're very grateful that teams like yourself is joining in Get Fit Nation, because that's what it's about. The walking buddies and mitts and everybody joining, it's showing that although you have your group, together we form the one nation.
Yeah.
That's it. So, I'm going to speak to one of the members that if you think about, how it feels when you have COVID, and I've told you about my experience as well, but imagine you have it twice. This is the lady that we will speak to. This is Charmaine Clem. And Charmaine, tell us, how was it for you to come back after having COVID twice?
Colin, after I had COVID twice, I immediately started running. With my second COVID, my first COVID, I was in full isolation because it was my first time, and my husband looked after me.
Wow.
He didn't work, and he looked very well after me. And with the second COVID, I was very naughty. Then I will creep out of the house 5 o'clock in the morning with my COVID body and go for a run and come back and rest.
Yeah.
Yes. And COVID didn't stop me from running. And I feel stronger and I feel wiser.
Yeah.
So there is a life beyond COVID. People mustn't be scared about COVID unless they have it heavy with shortness of breath and other comorbidities like diabetes. But I recovered because I'm fit. My doctor said I recovered quickly. And I worked with COVID in my body for a whole week, both times, and I didn't infect anybody else. I was so at home, I was like in a panic. What? They must clean the place, they must do this. And then they said, please, Charmaine, stop. And what the only thing that that captured me was that I had anxiety attacks after that, but it's much
Yes.
better now with
Yes.
medication. It's much
Because
better. So,
obviously you go
yeah,
through that. Yes.
yes,
Post-traumatic stress. Yes.
yeah,
But
post-traumatic.
Charmaine, as part of your job, and you are working in the health profession, were you one of the people that received the vaccine already?
Yes, I did. I received the vaccine about 2 weeks ago, and for the whole week, from Tuesday to Friday, I'm vaccinating staff at Grootsky Hospital.
Wow.
So I'm really busy, but I enjoy what I do to serve the nation.
Yeah.
And I just want everybody to get better, but they must still go according to protocols. Wear the
Yeah.
mask, distance 1.5, no hugging, elbow greeting. And when we run, that's why I always go in front because
Yes.
I'm a frontline worker and I don't want to infect. I can maybe the virus is dormant in your body, and sometimes you're asymptomatic and you don't know you have the virus. Then
That's
you can
correct.
infect
Yes.
others as well. Yeah, but
Now,
yeah,
Charmaine, we hear everything. We hear that once you get the vaccine, you're gonna going. Things are gonna happen to you. Is it so?
now there is some side effects that we spoke today, and there was like a sister that worked with me, and she said she was sick for 3 days, but after that she was
Yes.
better. But I had no side effects of the
Yes.
vaccine. Yeah,
And
the
it's
Johnson.
probably the same like when you would have a flu injection.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
because some
So you
people
would.
get the flu
Yes.
injection, then they
Yes.
get the flu afterwards, or they're
Yeah.
more sicker. And I never took flu injection in my life, but I had to
Yeah.
take the vaccine, the COVID
I
vaccine.
get it.
Yeah.
Because you're one of the frontline workers.
Yes.
Charmaine, from the nation to you, we say thank you to you because you on the front line, you were the people that got the first contact and was able to care for the very sick who wasn't with their families. And I mean, you even had it twice, Charmaine. You are really going to be blessed for what you've gone through and overcome. And look at you outrunning all of us.
Yes, and Colleen, what I did for the elderly people not to come into the hospital, I would put get their medication at work, put it
Yes.
in my backpack, run to them. That will be my training for the day and run back.
Yes.
And so I delivered my own medication to the elderly people.
Okay.
Just that they
Okay.
don't come to the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you understand that that you were able to come back, and the tiredness, some people have different after effects, but you were able to come back strongly, and I see it's different for everybody.
Yes, it's only that I was a bit my taste and smell that didn't
Yeah.
come back immediately, and I'm still struggling with that at the moment, but I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Okay.
But you know what? I love the chocolates now. I never ate chocolates.
Fluity.
Yes,
You.
but I can run it off.
But that is why we get real here. We'll talk about that offline, Charmaine. Offline. Mikau.
Yes.
Now you see, with being a busy mother, you also have your own group. You have the kiddos in the house. What is the name you call the little ones? You can say
Wildlings
it.
or feral? Wildlings or feral? Today they're wildlings. This morning
I
they were
just know
feral.
there's a Jack. That's all I know. And
My
Auntie
Max is
Colleen
my
is going to
madling.
meet him one day. So,
Well, look-
Mikau, you recently had a little tumble and hurt yourself. How did you stick to your goals after the injury? And I mean, going through so much.
Well, hard-headedness, number one. Crutch, number two. You caught me without my crutch the other day. I basically just watched what I ate from there because I'm sore. I wasn't hungry, but then I just made sure that I did eat, and whatever I ate, I just watched the calorie count. So I just tried to keep everything for my recovery as clean as possible.
Yes.
And then obviously rest. And as soon as I could come back onto my foot again, then I just kept going. And I must say my recovery was very quick because my doctor actually said that, yes, my ligaments were a bit messed up, but I didn't make my foot numb and then become scared, and then I gave up. I slowly and carefully started going forward, and I took my dog for a walk, and she's a huge Labrador. So it was more like I got dragged behind her. But I did a small little walk first, and then I got a second little walk in, and then I did about 1 kilometer with her the other day, and it was fine. I just watched my foot, and if it got sore, I'd stop, rest it, and just kept going.
Yes. So you see, for me, I know, and I think Mikau, you would know, and Stephen, you would know as well, that if we set goals, and our topic is about goals, if we set goals smartly, then we can actually make sure that we are not disappointed if we don't measure up, because there's no perfect, but we can progress. That is the idea. So, for example, I would suggest that someone set SMART goals where the S stand for specific. You must know exactly what you want to achieve. Measurable. You must know how you're going to achieve it. You must set it where it's attainable. You can't be on TV in swimwear and you're only starting out now. So set it where it's attainable and also realistic, Colleen. You can't go from 0 to hero. And last of all, it must be time bound. For example, That's why I tell everybody 6 weeks. We are in our second 6 weeks. But what everybody doesn't realize, we're actually busy 3 months, guys. It's 3 months. So we're going towards week 12 now. And that is how we make it. Now, my question to the two of you is, how would you set for yourself long-term fitness goals, medium-term and short-term? How do you do it, Mikkel?
Short term, start.
Mm.
Start and keep to a week. From a week,
Yes.
you move to 2 weeks. That would then start going towards my medium term. And then by each measurable part, I would go 1 week, I walked 1K every day or every second day. Second
Yes.
week, third week, I now move up my distance. And then I would set a, not weight, but maybe a measurement. So I would measure myself every week and see where am I gaining muscle or where am I losing fat. And then obviously with my dog, she is a very young Labrador. So my long-term goal is to walk 6 kilometers with her and not mess up my foot after walking with Colleen for 6 months. So I'm going to, my long term is 6 kilometers without having any impact on my foot. And that's where my goals are working towards. So I'm looking at about 2 months to be comfortable at 6 kilometers.
And you, Stephen?
Like for example, my goals is to, long term is to lose weight, whatever. But the thing is to my short to exercise and stay injury free. So set my goals for about say 50, 60 guys for the week. So I try and do about say 40 for Mondays to Wednesdays, and then I just to stay in the forest, whatever I pick up in the forest, okay, benefit for me. But the best is just to stay injury free
Thank you, Stephen.
and
Thank you.
rest.
Yeah. Because you go quite hard over the weekend, so it's important to
and just
take
keep
your
running
rest
and
as well. Yes.
your case, whatever, eventually, because we the best part.
Yeah. Yes.
And just run. And the things, for example, you won't drop you for say 2 or 3 weeks and suddenly drop immediately, and that's how it goes. But be consistent. Some people give up because they don't see results and they just give up. But you must just keep being consistent and go running also.
Yeah. So, Stephen, thank you very much for that, and I think you've given good advice as well. And I hear from all of the people guests on the show that you must start slow. I hear that when you set goals, you must be realistic about what you want to do, and then that you must do it systematically. You can't just go from doing nothing into sprinting or into, and that's when we get hurt. So, Charmaine, back to you. How would you set long-term goals for you? Where is it that you would eventually want to peak? And what is your main goal?
Okay, Colin, my main goal is to run a 10K in my age category, just to win once, and then I will be satisfied. That is in a race. And
I love
is to help others, not to where I am, but to progress to where I will go, my direction. And
Yes.
to run the 56 again, 56 kilometer, 2 oceans. I don't know when is that gonna happen. And I actually want to hook up with Stephen because I like the forest, because that is great for your legs. You know, to run on the grass. Off-road is very good. the toe
Yeah.
have an impact on your knees. So I would like to get in contact with Stephen to do the off-road and the Kirsten Bosch, because sometimes I do it alone and it's a bit dangerous to do that alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a
That is
group, it's
my
better.
option. Yeah. And Colin, I just want to thank God that we have the strength to run and that we can be like Getfination can be a family together, you know,
Oh,
support each
thank you
other.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And
So,
thank you also, Colin.
I really appreciate that,
You are
Charmaine. Thank you
hero.
very much.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know, man. If there's one thing you don't know yet about me, ek chunk lelik. Snot en trane.
Oh,
Ek sê maar net uit.
Show us.
So I just want us to have a look. We want to say thank you to Avril, who's giving us some comments there, to Mani Hackley, and I've been able to respond to them while the show was on, and we will see what other comments are there as well. And I have an announcement to make now. So Clyde still today sent me an email and said that there is a winner, and now look, there he disappears. He probably wants to make an entrance. So there is a competition where he was going to give a prize to the winner, and that winner was actually Stephen Kluter. And ladies, let's just give Stephen a hand in his absence. And technical difficulties is fine. We understand that is going to happen, and we will just manage it as it comes along. And Charmaine, thank you for that. I really appreciate the fact that we can be together, and I've been so inspired by the walking group, especially who might not be able, all of them, to be on Facebook. Because that is not their thing, but the walking group they experience, and they actually taking Getfination out there into the world. And with people like you by my side, we can do this, man.
Oh, yes, definitely. We go,
Oh,
girl.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Go, go.
Strong, strong, strong.
That's right, yeah. So, Charmaine, I just want to quickly put on a quick ad, because I want people to know that the t-shirt that I have on is 150. And you know what? The walking group have been buying the t-shirts. And now when we go out to events, we are looking good. Did you see the international, when we were on Sea Point, we had people from other countries that wanted to take photos. Obviously, because we look so good, man. That's why. So here he is. And levende lywe. Can I just make eye contact with this man? Stephen, congratulations. You're the winner. Let's give him a hand, everybody. Let's give him a hand.
Yay! Yay!
Thank you.
So, Stephen, what did you win? What challenge was that? There's a delay. You won a challenge of one of Clyde's
I
challenges.
don't know what I won.
I think you won the Great Wall of China. Let's call it that. And it's going to be, while you're walking, you go on the Pacer app, and you will be able to count your steps. And whenever it is, your medal will be posted. But it's not a normal medal. It's actually the sign of the Getfination size. It's so groot medal. It is. It has the entire country engraved in it.
Thank you.
Lovely. Lovely.
So, congratulations, Stephen. I want to just put up a quick ad to show people who are interested in doing our, who want to buy our t-shirts for our next event. And we've been invited to get the Getfination walking soccer team together. Charmaine, is you in?
Of course.
Look at that. Charmaine, can you be the
Actually.
keeper? Because I'm so scared of the ball in my face, man. What my...
But when I was
I'm wobbling here ahead of me.
the clothing, eh?
Al obviously is very cautious now about doing physical activities with me. After
I'll make you guys snacks. Okay, healthy foods and shakes.
Oh, lovely.
Catering.
And Stephen, Charmaine and I and some of the other members, we're gonna come and join you on your hike. One whether it's a Sunday or a Saturday, we will book it in there and we'll come on one of your 7K walks.
Everybody's
Yes.
nodding.
Mary!
Okay,
Just
no
in
problem.
time for an ad break, ladies and gentlemen. Look at me running the show live, the Feel Good Show, the Getfination Show. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've said before, this is the Get Fit Nation, the show for the members, by the members. And I actually made that up right there. I did. And another thing I want to tell you is that we have a lot of things planned. One of the things is on the 9th of August 2021, we are going to have our first mass event, if it is allowed by then. It will be our Women's Day walk run event. And if we can, we will do it at a specific venue. If we're not allowed to, we'll do it with our apps and do it in our own areas. Maar doen het, gaan ons het doen het.
Of course. Lekker man.
Another thing that we're planning to do is we are going to have family days, because I feel it's important where everybody can come and can be active, but also just relax, because I think we lost a lot in 2020 and we need to take our power back, man. And one of the ways is family days. We're going to do tug of war. And that I just figured out now because I wanted to say toe trek there in that. Tug of war. And we're going to play the walking soccer. That's why we're introducing it now. Everybody can play. Like I played on Saturday. I am 50 and my dad is 75. And we played in the same game. And that is how activities have to be for Get Fit Nation. It must be inclusive. The kids must be able to do it, and we must be able to do it. And then we look forward to our walks as usual. We will grow our brand, and we will go from there. So it's important to me that when I ask you guys the next question, that you are very honest. There's no feelings to be hurt here. It all bounces off the Get Fit Nation. Just I don't feel it, man. I want to ask you, as the members of this group, when do you think is the best time to have this discussion? Is it 6:30 or should we do it a bit later? Because I want to do it at a time that's appropriate. Wat sê jy?
I think anywhere between 6:37.
Okay. Okay.
For me, I eat before 6, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charmaine, what do you think?
6:30 to 7.
Okay. The time is okay.
Okay. Yes.
And Stephen?
6:30 and 7 is fine, yeah.
We have consensus. So we agree. We'll stick to the time. And then going forward, we won't have as many shows as we had before, because I don't want to, when it's oversaturated and you're doing it too much, once a week. Is that okay with everybody? And we'll put it out there for the members as well. So once a week we'll meet and the members will join and we'll have guests on. What do you say?
definitely.
So high five into the screen there. Steven, wash your hand, man. Between.
Ja, Steven, wat vir die lipstick?
So Stephen is going to give his high five. And our show doesn't necessarily have to be 1 hour. We can come in, we have a quick chat, we say hi, how was your week, how's things going? And Charmaine admits that she's eating the chocolate, and we move from there and she works on herself.
Yes. Tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, my whole program in my front yard. Then the chocolate will start.
So Mani is saying, hi Colleen, great stuff. I don't know what stuff he's talking about, but thank you. Avril is very specific. Like I said to you, this is about goals. Avril is saying it like it should be. She's saying, great show, not just normal stuff. Great show. Thank you very much. So, you know what? I had a lot of fun. So I am going to ask all of you to give your hints. What would you say is the most important thing that you want to share with the nation tonight for them to keep going and to reach their goals? And that's how we will end it off. Stephen?
Number one is first you can't first, you'll have to get the main source at I'll say it's God, and then you have to sort yourself out, and then you have a family support, and then you can go from there. I think that's the most, just your main source, and get yourself right, and your family support, and then you can, and your friends, and do your thing. That's also called energy source. And you pay for it.
Wow. Charmaine, wat sê jy?
I agree with Stephen. Your upper source is God, your family time, and yourself. We must think about ourselves also now. Look after our health, eat healthy, but God is our source and our refuge.
Mikel?
Basically, everything is echoed from what the other two have said, but I think the most important thing is, and I like Stephen's motivation, when you have children, regardless of their age, I want to grow old enough to watch my kids do many things that I wished I had done as a child. And I need to be fit to do that. And I need to look at my long term. Long term is health. Looking at COVID at the moment and everything that we're having to deal with, hearing Charmaine how less dramatic her COVID experience was because of her health levels, definitely should be indicated to us that is our motivation. We want to get through the next 40 years, 50 years together.
So I want to conclude by saying I listened to the three of you, and I think the nation listened to you as well. And look at the responses that we are getting from the members. So I really think Stephen, vat ons nogal huis toe vanaand. Stephen, your words is wonderful. You said God first. You make sure that you make time for family. You make sure that you have a good foundation there. You get yourself right. Because if you are not right by your mind, body, spirit, then you can't move forward and progress. And then friends. And Stephen said another thing. He said about the network. He said, get your network, get everybody together. And I like what Charmaine said again, self-care. She echoed Stephen and she said self-care. Love yourself so that you have enough energy to give to others. And Mikel, that spoke about how to make sure that the child is involved. Kyk hoe mooi luister ek, sien julle vir my? Ai jene. And that is how I want to say that as Getfit Nation, we can together move forward. And I think we've created an environment here that where people are not judged. People feel that they are comfortable enough to share their journeys. And the fact that we are doing stuff together, it's amazing and priceless. So on that note, at 46 minutes, 15 seconds, we say goodbye, everyone. Wave it out. Have
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Stephen.
Have a Getfination evening.
Bye.
Have
Yes.
a Getfination.
Nation. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.